President Trump warning Iran
It's very hard and probably simultaneously.
as the deadline for a deal approaches. Pump prices felt on the water.
It's going to put a dent in the old bank account.
Caplin News goes live on the gas effects for voters and feeding the community.
We want to remember our humble beginnings and give back.
A well-known company celebrating a major milestone. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Rachel Quendo.
And I'm Brenda Miranda. Today is Monday, April 6, 2026.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
This morning, President Trump sends a warning to Iran, but the Pope responds during the Holy Weekend. Pope Leo called for peace on Easter Sunday as President Trump threatens to escalate violence if Iran does not open the Strait of Hormuz.
The president posted the warning on social media yesterday that tomorrow would be a power plant and bridge day wrapped into one, using vulgar language and demanding Iran to open the strait. The Pope urged diplomatic solutions to the conflict around the same time.
Let those who have weapons lay them down. Let those who have the power to unleash wars choose peace, not a peace imposed by force, but through dialogue.
The Strait of Hormuz is a key waterway that transports nearly 20% of the world's oil. Due to the war in Iran, the strait is now blocked off and gas prices are well over $4 a gallon.
Drivers aren't the only ones suffering from high gas prices at the pump. It's also affecting boaters, especially in the Sunshine State.
That's right. Caplin News reporter Valentina Gasperi is live from North Miami with more on the impacts. Valentina?
Yes, hi, good morning, Rachel and Brenda. And if you thought filling up the tank in your car was expensive, just take a look at these numbers behind me. We're here at the Hullover Marine Center, and to your right, you can see boaters are paying about $500 just to fill up 60 gallons in their tanks. And these gas prices are not going down anytime soon.
Garrett Sherman might have the best job in town.
Hi, you all enjoy the game?
As a dog master at the Riverwalk in Tampa.
I get to be in the nice weather. I get to view all of these beautiful boats.
Soaking up the sun. He's the first and last person people see as they dock downtown.
We'll have people show up all times of the day.
Which means he's also the one who hears about how much it is costing to fill up.
The common acronym when you own a boat is BOAT, bring out another 1,000.
Fuel prices for boats are typically higher than what you put in your car. But these days, it is tough to tell the difference.
I booked this trip for my daughter's 18th birthday like 2 months ago. And the captain on the boat was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I should charge you guys a surcharge for fuel or not.
Even with those surcharges and price your trips to the pump.
You need it. You have to have it. If it's expensive, it's going to put a dent in the old bank account. It's too bad. Hopefully they get lower.
It is not stopping those from enjoying the reason that many of us live here.
They're not really thinking about it. They're just thinking, I'm out for a fun day, and I'll just accept whatever the price is.
Prices we cannot seem to motor away from just yet, whether it's by land or sea.
And these increase at gas prices all stems from the conflict in the Middle East. And according to sources, gas prices have gone up at least $1 per gallon here at the pumps. Live in Hullover, I'm Valentina Gasperi, Caplin News.
The Artemis 2 will finally approach the moon later this afternoon with images captured by the crew throughout the journey. Multiple shots of the astronauts viewing our home planet were shared across social media. Upcoming images of the moon are expected within hours of today as they reach the flyby around Earth's satellite. NASA says this mission will pave the way for astronauts' return to the moon's surface in 2028.
1 million pounds of food. That's how Goya is celebrating 90 years in business by giving back to the community. CBS's Noel Brennan has the details.
Packing all these bags with food
that sounds great.
Can work up an appetite for giving back.
My favorite.
It's the kind of work Angelina Zayas loves to do. And today, she's getting help from Goya Foods.
Who doesn't love Goya? No, I know. What is it, mejor? Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. Bueno.
We have to put our slogan in there. Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. If it's Goya, it's got to be good.
Goya is doing something good to mark 90 years in business.
We want to remember our humble beginnings and give back.
the largest Hispanic-owned food company in the United States, is donating 1 million pounds of food to families across the country.
Goya!
100,000 pounds of food from this Bolingbrook warehouse alone will go to more than 20 local partners, including the Gap Community Center in the North Austin neighborhood.
So we're one of the biggest distribution centers in Chicago in collaboration with the Greater Food Depository.
Angelina is CEO of the nonprofit, serving Black and Latino families in Chicago.
So this is going to be such a blessing for us to make sure that our families get this kind of food.
Tell me, how quickly will this food go?
I'm going to tell you, no exaggeration whatsoever, it could be gone today. Today. We have over 100 people on a given Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
So many families in need, but a little help from Goya goes a long way.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Noel Brennan, CBS News, Chicago.
It is officially prom season, and getting the right accessories and attire can cost hundreds of dollars. WESH's Gail Pascal Brown shows us how one organization is trying to relieve some of that financial stress.
Joanne Lacombe is a mommy on a mission. She's trying to find that special prom attire for her son and daughter at Operation Prom on Magnolia Avenue in downtown Orlando. It's free prom dresses and suits by 26 Health. 26 Health is a nonprofit healthcare organization that provides services to anyone who needs it. Supporters say prom should be a celebration, not a financial burden.
You know, prom suits are so expensive. It's $111 for a ticket for prom. Imagine buying a couple of $100 suit, or you want to make sure your kid looks snazzy. They don't want to go without looking like a nice suit, so it's such a blessing. I'm so grateful for it.
She found this prom dress for her daughter Elizabeth.
Girl on fire.
She FaceTimed her son George to make sure his suit was just what he wanted.
Without this, I don't think I would have had a prom suit, or at least a nice one for our prom. So I'm really grateful that my mom's able to get me a suit and that I'm able to go wear something nice at our prom.
April 11th is George's prom at Lake Buena Vista High School, and so is Darian Bivens' prom at Evans High.
Actually, it's crazy because I wasn't going to go to prom because I couldn't afford a suit. So like an hour or two, it came on my email. I was like, oh, Mom, I could go. You just got to buy the ticket. I could go. It was like, yeah, we was happy.
Oh, that's great because the tickets are expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like $130 to a person.
Wow, isn't this beautiful? So how did 26 Health get all of these dresses as well as suits? Well, a social media request went out, and 26 Health employees as well as partners donated 325 items for this effort.
We believe in giving back to the community. So this was a brainchild of our staff, and they wanted to be able to do something for individuals who may not have had the funds to participate in prom.
And thanks to the generosity of others, all the students will look fabulous at their prom.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That was WESH's Gail Pascal Brown reporting. This is 26 Health's first year doing this, and the CEO says it has been an incredible experience giving back to these students because giving back is what the organization does. Inter Miami faced off against Austin FC in their new home on opening day at New Stadium.
That's right, that's still ahead, and so is this story.
I think it could be a new beginning for the club, especially with all the rich history they've had.
New Stadium opened its doors for the first time ever, already getting fans riled up. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes.
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Go, get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by PantherTech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life.
But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to the Sideline, the place where you get all the highlights for your South Florida games. I'm Nicolette Esper, and going over to the pitch. For the last 8 years, Inter Miami has fought to move its location in Fort Lauderdale to a permanent home in Miami. And now the wait is finally over. The new stadium has officially opened its doors to the public. And as Inter Miami played Austin FC this weekend, Caplin's Enzo Passo has more on the fans' reaction to the grand opening.
It's a new era for Inter Miami fans, and it's finally here. The club's new stadium opens a brand new chapter for soccer in South Florida, and fans had a lot to say about it. Supporters arrived early to celebrate the away day debut for Inter Miami's first home game at the fresh new stadium. The 16-month journey has only helped to increase supporters' expectations for this very first game. With room for more than 26,000 fans, the new stadium represents a fresh start of a billion-dollar project right here in the heart of Miami. Fans believe this new home is a fitting reward for the club.
I think it could be a new beginning for the club, especially with all the rich history they've had in such short time.
But even with the brand new stadium, for many fans, the biggest excitement was seeing one person.
I want to see how Messi is going to play.
The Argentine star even had an entire section of the stadium dedicated to him.
I think Messi being here and playing, it played a huge role, and that's why they wanted to get the stadium up and built so quick, and I think that's why it was huge to have him resign. I think without Messi, all of this doesn't happen.
The game ended in a tie. Final score was Inter Miami 2 and Austin FC also 2. Despite the upset, Inter Miami will still have a chance to secure their first home victory as they face the New York Red Bulls next Saturday. Reporting from the new stadium, I'm Enzo Passo, Caplin News.
All right, let's go ahead and dive deeper into that game. Lionel Messi got Inter Miami on the board in their new home opening new stadium against Austin FC. Messi scored early in the 10th minute, but Austin struck first and held the lead for much of the match. Then late in the second half, Luis Suarez stepped up with the equalizer to salvage a point. The final score was 2-2 as Inter Miami kicks off its new era with a draw. I'm hopping over to Saturday's game for the Miami Heat, which felt more like a shoot-around. Miami ripped past the Wizards 152-136, handing them their 60th loss mark for their third season. Yes, you heard that correct. Jaime Jaquez Jr. led the way with 32 points, while Khalil Ware went off 24 points, 19 boards, and 7 blocks. This win marks the third time in franchise history the team hit 150 points, and playoffs are right around the corner, so Miami might be heating up at the perfect time. Switching over to more basketball, the most exciting time for March Madness. The UCLA Women's Bruins made history Sunday, winning their first ever NCAA title. UCLA dominated South Carolina from start to finish, taking it 79-51. The Bruins controlled the defensive end, holding South Carolina to just 26% shooting in the first half. All 5 starters scored in double figures, led by Gabriela Jaquez with 21, while Lauren Betts added a double-double and was named Most Outstanding Player. UCLA finished the season 37-1, and tonight in Indianapolis, the stage shifts to the men's final as Michigan takes on UConn for the national championship. All right, you know that song, what a man, what a man, what a mighty fine man. Well, that's what I sound like when I'm talking about the New York Yankees, especially after this early season series against the Marlins. It started with Aaron Judge launching one in the home opener, setting the tone in an 8-2 win over the Miami Marlins. Then Saturday, Giancarlo Stanton stole a base. Yes, stole a base. First time he's done that in nearly 6 years, and came through late in a 9-7 comeback. But Sunday, Miami, had to get a win in, bounced back with Grant Pauly's 2-run double, delivering the dagger in the 8th. But hey, taking the series early and a 7-2 start, my Yanks are looking just fine. But the Marlins begin their series against Cincinnati tonight at home plate. First pitch at 6:40 p.m. I'm Nicolette Esper, and that's all the time we have for Sideline. This newscast is going back to Rachel and Brenda.
Well, that was a great early season series.
Yeah, it definitely was.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Brenda Miranda.
And I'm Rachel Quendo. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.